What if your customers could buy without the back and forth? No phone tag, no pressure, no waiting.
I believe that what this website, what this software was pushing is really where everything's going.
Imagine instant pricing, transparent answers, and trust built before you even speak a word.
I don't want a bunch of sales guys running my phone up. We all don't want to give our email and our phone because you're going to get blown up, which is exactly what happens.
From roofing to cars to home services, the old rules are dead.
I believe that all home service industries in the next 5 years, the majority of them will have pricing on the website.
This is the age of frictionless selling, where speed wins, clarity closes, and the easy button gets pushed every time.
We're making it easy for them. And that's why they've told our partners, hey, you're a little bit higher than them, but you're like,
But I'm still going to go with you.
They don't care.
America's backbone was built on blue-collar business grit, grind, and muscle. This is where you stop working for the business, and the business starts working for you.
Blue Collar Millionaires, welcome back. Chris and I are going to talk about frictionless selling, automations, what we see that's going to happen in the blue collar service business. Chris, what do you give the example what you're talking about and it's happening?
I was literally on the way up here driving to Atlanta to come see us. We got our dinner tonight with the Blue Collar Millionaires here in Atlanta, and I had hopped on Facebook. In my Facebook feed, I saw an ad. That ad said, "Make money as you sleep." And so I was like, yeah, big claims. You know, you always see the big claims. But when I clicked on it, I sat there and I saw that the details of what they were mentioning was the fact that you can get on the internet, on your web page. A customer can go to your web page and get instant pricing. And what I thought was, this is fantastic because this is allowing the customer to get the answers to their questions that they have. And in the past, the old way of doing it is you always hold on to the price the longest, and whoever speaks the price first is the one that loses in negotiations. But that's not the way with on-demand information at this point in today's age. And I believe that what this website, what this software was pushing is really where everything's going. I listened to another podcast several weeks ago, and another person had a software system that plugs into your web page. You drive your traffic to the web page, and on the home page, they can sit there and get instant pricing on whatever the service is that they're looking for. And it doesn't have to be an exact, but it's a close range. Mm-hmm. Well, what does that do in that very moment? It gives transparency and trust to the consumer, and they're going to be more likely to reach out to you because you've started the conversation with information that they were already looking for. We were just talking about how you purchased your car.
Yeah, so I just purchased a car, and I did it without talking to anyone. So I did do that on my last car where I ordered it and it came, but I did talk to someone, but it came right to my house, right? Mm-hmm. But this one, my girlfriend, she ended up totaling the car. I needed a car. I knew what I wanted. But what does everyone do? I want to see what the cost is going to be with this technology. I don't want a bunch of sales guys running my phone up. We all don't want to give our email and our phone because you're going to get blown up, which is exactly what happens. So I just found one, and I saw his thing. It had text me, and I text him, and then I said, "This is what I want. Yeah. This is how many miles. I was leasing it." I gave him all the things, and then he gave me the price. I negotiated a price, a couple of things like that, and I said, "I'll take it." And I said, "Send me a deposit thing. I'll come in on Monday at 10 o'clock. I need to be out of there at 11:30 though, because I got a call at 12. Yeah. He says, "I'll make it happen." That's how. But I had filled out some other things, and these people are still calling me.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to play by the rules. But to me, that's a commodity. It's a certain type of car with a certain type of package with a certain color. That's what I wanted. Yeah. But that's going to happen with roofs and everything. So I think it has to be a hybrid. You have to have that frictionless selling, very easy to sell. And then you also have to position yourself within that proposal and in your correspondence with them to like, oh, this person's excellent. This communication's excellent. And of course, they're going to look at your reviews.
Well, I mean, you've got a business that you do this in. You've told me many times with your other business that when you go and approach a prospect, you're literally giving them all the answers. You're showing them their location. You're showing their buildings. You're giving them pricing. You're showing a list of buildings similar to theirs that you do. And literally, you've said it this way.
Send
I'm
them.
answering the questions before they even ask them
Right. So
in the proposal.
over years, I got the same. Well, it's not 5 questions; it's 25 questions. So then I really thought, what are the 12 or 15? And then like, how do we not only answer them, we like make it a strength. So we present. So they always want references. Do you have more references? Here's 100 of your type of building. That's game over because everybody else is sending 3.
Yeah.
Then I make it visual too. There's pictures that you cannot with my guys, with vans, with ladders, and they're really nice. And it's a collage of them. So that gives that authority. This guy does a lot of these.
Yeah.
Then the pricing, it's super easy. I see some proposals by blue collar guys and it's like too many lines. They're trying to make it complicated. Just keep it simple. Don't confuse buyers, don't buy. And then I make it all this, why choose us and what they can expect. But I do it so it's like a 3-minute read because I know boards and everything are looking at that. And I want them to just be like, okay, we got, this is clearly the guy to use.
Right.
And it seems so easy. And then I give a real guaranteed, not guaranteed service. I tell them, guaranteed, if you're not happy, I will void the invoice at no cost. Like they don't even know what to do. So I just kept stacking. Alex Hormozy says like, I stack all these things to make it so good. A lot of it's just in their mind. Doesn't cost me anything. I'm going to guarantee it anyway.
Right.
But the guarantee thing is nonsense now because people say it and nobody believes it.
Right.
It's like free estimate, womp womp. So you got to, what is your guarantee and make it really, really stacked. But I was telling Chris, I'm telling our private equity and I got all these people on the calls and they're like learning this whole process for the first time. They're like, you don't even talk to them?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm answering every question. And the analogy I use is Eminem in the 8 Mile Battle, where he tells you everything about you that you're going to say. And then there was nothing for the guy to say. So that's how I do it. And then it's like, whoever my competitors, they didn't do that. So now, I don't know, did they answer the phone? Do they give that guarantee? They don't, they get confused. They just go with the easy one.
Well, you've created a total different experience that all of the other marketplace is not doing. And one thing that I remember that stuck out to me when I heard that podcast about this other service that was providing estimated pricing on their website, and it's not estimate like 5 to 20,000 kind of estimate. I mean, it's a very zoned in estimate. And he said, I believe that all home service industries in the next 5 years, the majority of them will have pricing on the website. When you look at our society at this point, like everything's on demand. We've gotten used to it. So that's what we expect. And then as soon as you require someone to get on the phone, that is a level of friction that they have to jump over. So if your competition is feeding the answers without them having to hop on a phone with a salesperson, or someone maybe even worse that doesn't know and can't answer those questions and has to take a message or has to transfer you, then you're already beating your competition in the simple fact that you're feeding the answers so quickly. It's something we're going to implement. I'm going to look into it. I got a discovery call with them.
And I don't want to think it's like, hey, don't have any contact with them. Just put it all. You do the combination.
Yeah.
We're always encouraging them, hey, if you want me to hop on a call, I'll walk you through it. It's almost like by doing that, they don't. Like, you're so available, they don't. But I'm not going to just badger you like, hey, did you get that estimate?
Right.
Can you pull that up? But one thing you can watch is on Netflix. There was a series about Uber. I forget the name of it.
I know what you're
Up.
talking about. Yeah.
It's really good. And the guy, Travis, who was the CEO of Uber, who got fired, his whole thing was frictionless selling. Like, he was obsessed with it. Mm-hmm. And I watched that after I had already kind of created that with Gutter King. But like, I watched that a second time. Like, you can learn so much from that because that's the process. Everybody wants the Amazon way. They want it easy. And we're doing it in the windshield thing too. Mm-hmm. We're making it easy for them. And that's why they've told our partners, hey, you're a little bit higher than them, but you're like,
but I'm still going to go with you.
They don't care because it saves them time and energy.
Well, and then when you think about it, people don't answer the phone because your phone has been spammed out so much.
Yeah.
You get all these robocalls at this point. I can't tell you how many I get. And then I talk to customers that get them. So it's not just because I own businesses. It's also just because I'm a consumer.
Yep.
And so people are not answering the phone. We've talked about cold calling. We've talked about even when we call our past customers. It's inconvenient when someone gets a phone call in the middle of their day. But text messages, or when they're on the internet searching and they're browsing, that's not inconvenient. They're already in the motion of searching, or a text message is less invasive. And so, like, I've done text message marketing campaigns as a service, but I do it inside of my business, and I get a better response with campaigns that are text marketing compared to picking the phone up and calling. I get a ton of voicemails, and it's less likely that I get a response back. But I can get instant responses. Now, it might be stop. They might be telling me, hey, not interested, take me off the list. But I get instant responses when I send out a text message. So I think the whole point of this is meet your customer where they're wanting to be met at.
Yep.
If they want to talk on the phone, talk on the phone. If they want to do it through chat, over a web browser, or through a text message, then make sure you're set up to do that, because whoever is giving them the easy button, as the Staples company's ads show, if you'll give your customer an easy button, they're more likely to spend money with you. And at the end of the day, that's a higher level of customer service, and they become cheerleaders when you create that entire customer journey with the easy button.
Yeah, and then asking them how they want to be contacted, and then doing it. Remember Tristan came to our mastermind, he said that, and he was really strong about that. He was like, that's one of the first questions. Hey, when I follow up with you, do you want me to email, text you, or call you?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, they almost always tell you what they want. And it's some of the older people, they still want calls.
Right,
So that's how they
absolutely.
do it. They don't want a text. Or some people don't read their emails. And then, but we know so many companies, they hit you with everything. And you're like, you look at the phone, you're like, God, this guy again. It actually devalues them. So I
does.
think it's really important to do. So it's like, stack your estimate, answer those questions. You got to really figure out what people want to know, and then be frictionless. It's the way. It's already happened, but in 5 years, everything's going to be like Amazon.
When you feel transparent in the whole process and you take the question marks away, it builds such a large level of trust. And that's all the customer wants. Your prospects want to know that they can trust that they're receiving the value that they're paying for. I heard Alex Hormozy mention, he was talking about how he bought his building, and he threw a number out there, and then it was instantly accepted. And at closing, the seller sat there and said, I just want you to know I wouldn't have taken a penny less. And that made Alex feel a lot more confident. And all it did was take the mystery out of, did he leave money on the table? And the customer is always wondering, am I leaving money? Am I paying too much?
Yeah.
Did I get taken? And if you'll take the transparency out, so now when you put your price range up there on the website, they know this is just what it is. Like, it's being shopped. And every customer, no matter what their background, their demographic, or anything, these are the prices of what's being done. Now, you just need to let them know that the quality is going to follow that pricing. And the bar is so low. The bar is so low, and I believe with private equity coming into our space, and they've realized home service is a legitimate business, that we're going to see things just constantly elevate to a higher professionalism, and the ones that are not willing to pivot are going to be left behind, and those company names will not exist after several years of losing their customer base to the ones that are more transparent and professionalized.
I agree with that. That's been my experience. I mean, that's why there's so many people on the call. They are focused on doing it, making it better, not the same. It's the way it's going.
Absolutely.
See you guys next week.